How you doing, everyone? Lan here in bed in my hotel room in Telford. Just after getting home from uh, a decent night of boxing. I say decent, mainly because of the atmosphere. Um, there was 1,000 fans here in Telford tonight. Most of them Nathan Heaney fans, and the atmosphere was absolutely incredible. So I feel like I just give a little bit of an overview of the night. Um, a lot of a lot of prospects fighting guys who they should beat. Um, you'd like to think that the level of opponents could be a bit better for some of these guys. But I suppose there's nothing the fighters can do. A few standout performances. Well, one in particular, I think, Kevin Agyarko, brilliant performance. I love his style. I love how exciting he is. Black kid from Belfast, good looking, speaks well, has a decent fan base already. If he gets promoted a bit more, maybe comes back to Belfast a bit more to actually fight there, I feel like he could have a lot of support. I really do. Um, most important thing is he can fight, and he can, and a good performance tonight. I feel like some things he could do better are maybe disguise his shots a bit more. Everything he looks for power a lot. He's a serious puncher, but every shot he tries to throw with real intent. Sometimes it's good just to disguise him a few wee tip top ones and then bingo, big one in the body or to the head, whatever. And he could feint a lot more as well. Big proper like realistic feints just to draw opponents like that opponent tonight out a little bit more. But all in all, fantastic win. Um, Nathan Heaney's fans are absolutely incredible. They're unbelievable. There was 1,000 people in that arena tonight. There was 600 of his fans. The noise was insane. That ring walk he does coming out to Delilah is amazing, absolutely amazing. And I like that he's a realist. He knows he's not going to be a world champion. I think he wants to win a British title, which is fine. It's a hard thing to do. It's not easy to become a British champion, but it's good. You've got fighters who these days, and I'll not name any fighters, are probably area level type fighters, and they talk about winning world titles. It's never going to happen. Nathan Heaney is a realist, and he knows he's not going to become a world champion. He wants to fight for a British title at Stoke, the Bet 365 arena, which he could very well do. Um, and he would sell, I'd say he'd do upwards of more than 10,000 tickets. I really believe that, and I hope he gets his chance. And I would love to be there as a pundit for whenever it happens. Um, Someone mentioned Felix Cash tonight. I don't think, I don't think that's the right fight. I think it's too early for him. What I would suggest is to possibly he needs to up the level of opposition. He was fighting a guy with a losing record. So the opponents need to be better. Not to be putting him with world beaters, not to be putting him with someone like Felix Cash, but if the time is right, you know, a vacant Commonwealth title in Stoke, outdoor at the football stadium against an Aussie or someone like that. There's easy ways. There's some easy wins for Commonwealth titles, but still a decent title to win. That's what I would do, but I would hold off and wait until next year. And that would be amazing. I would love to be there as well. Main fight, Daniel Dubois. I was a bit, I wasn't sure what we were going to see tonight. Obviously, he teamed up with his new trainer and Shane Mcguigan. He's only been training with him for 3 weeks, so I think if Daniel Dubois didn't have a trainer tonight, it would have been the same performance. I think if um I think if my son was in his corner, who's 6 years old and doesn't even like boxing, it would have been the same performance. So I don't think we can look too much and praise the trainer for that performance because he's only been training with him for a few weeks. Um, but we have to heap the praise on Daniel because Dinu is a good opponent for a comeback fight after considering the circumstances that he lost his last fight, I think it was a very, very a brave fight for him to take. And I was feeling leading up to the fight that he was going to be a bit tentative and a little bit gun shy, but he wasn't. He was on the front foot from the start, landing some good solid jabs. What he does sometimes is he falls short when he throws a 1-2. He would like stretch a bit and fall short with his right hand, and leave himself open. When he throws a double jab to get him a bit closer, and then a right hand, it works much better for him. I feel like he could work on being a bit more fluid as well. Clearly very athletic, clearly very powerful and explosive, but a bit more fluidity about him could be good. I took a lot of stick the last time for my comments on the ending of the Joyce fight, and I said that he quit, and I stand by them. I believe that he quit in that instance. Did I call him a quitter? No, I think that is something different. Someone who quit and they call someone a quitter, it's a bit different. So there's fights, previous fights in the past. Morales versus Pacquiao. Morales quit. Is he a quitter? No. Duran versus Ray Leonard. Quit. Is he a quitter? No. And he quit for different reasons. I feel like he just quit out of frustration. Um, who else? Some top fights. Chavez versus Oscar De La Hoya. Retired on his stool. Did he quit? Yes. Is he a quitter? No. Vitaly Klitschko, Chris Bird. Retired on his stool. Um, with a serious shoulder injury. But he made that decision. Did he quit? Yes. Is he a quitter? No. So Daniel Dubois, I stand by them statements. But it shouldn't have been his choice to make. I feel like the corner should have made that the decision for him. Anyway, that's in the past. We're talking about tonight's performance, and it was very good. He was ruthless. He went about his work on the front foot. And it was a good win after the setback of the Joe Joyce fight. Talking about level of opposition and who's going to fight next, and people talking about world titles and he'll be in line for world titles. He's only a kid in the heavyweight division. Like, heavyweights can go on into their 40s, no issue about it, and still be performing. This kid has loads of time. Take your time. Don't be rushing things. One thing I will say is, doesn't need to be sparring hundreds and hundreds of rounds. I don't think he needs to do it. That's an issue. Well, I don't know. I obviously trained alongside, or trained with his trainer. Um, and they put a lot of emphasis on sparring. I don't think he needs to spar that much. I think he needs to work on technical stuff, fluidity being the main thing. Not falling short when he throws a 1-2 as well. But all in all, a good night and a good wedding for Daniel Dubois, and it's good to see him back in the mix, I suppose. But take your time, big man, because you've got plenty of it.